hit the nose. Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another RebelScum.com video review. Today we are reviewing the new Disney Park Droid Factory Pit Droid. This little guy right here is part of that awesome interactive line of droids, some of which you get to build yourself at Disney Park since Galaxy's Edge opened up. Now, you also can pick up some pre-built ones like this one right here. They recently also did the B1 Battle Droid, which we reviewed a little while back. I don't know if you remember that, but go back and check that video down. I'm sure there's a link in the description down below. And there's also other cool droid units that they put out over the years, including Chopper, R2-D2, just to name a few. Well, they finally expanded to the pit droids. We've seen pit droids at Galaxy's Edge for years now, but we hadn't really gotten to pick one up and play with it to go along with some of those other droids we've been picking up, so I'm super excited. Well, first things first, the packaging is really awesome on this. Just like the rest of the line, you have this nice big open bubble so you can see the whole thing. I like how the accessories are just packed to the side of it. You have this little wrench-like attachment over here. You've got some antennas over here as well. Pretty cool. On the back, you've got some play features. It does fold up, by the way. It does fold up. And then on the side, you've got, your just decorative Droid Depot stuff on there too. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the packaging. And here is this silly little guy out of the packaging. And he looks great. I mean, look at him. And look at the size of him. He's a pretty decent height. He's just a little bit over a foot tall. A little wiggly, but he stands really well. He actually stands better than the B1 Battle Droid, because I have a hard time just getting my B1 to stand, and then once I get him standing, he's good. But this guy took very little effort to just get standing, which I really, really like. He's also very articulated. His head does go up and down. It moves forward and back. Full rotation on these arms. You got up and down on that elbow joint, up and down on that second elbow joint. No swivel or anything like that, so you can't turn his bicep or rotate his arm, unfortunately, right or left. Same with the head. You can't turn the head left or right, so please be careful. You don't want to accidentally snap this connection or that connection up there when you're playing with your pit droid. You do have a wrist swivel. He does come with a wrench because, well, pit droids are pit droids. They're there to be mechanics and help work on vehicles, whether they be speeders, speeder bikes, swoop bikes, your starfighter, your starship, your freighter, whatever it is. Pit droids are little droid mechanics that have a lot of applications in the galaxy, so they need tools like this little wrench right here. You have some ab crunching. Now, it doesn't go back the other way. I actually like that it does not go back the other way, and please don't force it. You might snap it, because it just helps him stand up. That was one of the issues with the original 12-inch pit droid, and a lot of the 3D printed pit droids that you see fans making is, unfortunately, when it comes to this section, you need that stop right there so it has that level of stability and can stand up, which, again, I really like, but goes up and down. Hips, you pretty much get a full 360 in principle, but I mean, his leg isn't going to really go past his head or his shoulder. You can go forward and back on the knee. It goes forward because that's how he folds up. And then you've got forward and back on the ankle joints. Legs don't really go side to side. No turning on the ankles or anything like that. So not really a lot of articulation. He does have electronics. He's got a little button right here on the top of his noggin. You push that and he'll make little pit droid chitter chatter. Anyway, decent articulation, great sound bites, and speaking of decent articulation, let's go ahead and fold him up. Let's start by folding these legs. So first you're going to take these ankles, fold them forward like that, fold his legs up into his thighs like that, fold his belly button into his torso, and then fold his legs where his knees are over his shoulders like so. Then come over here to his arms. You're going to fold these arms like that. Same thing right there. And then this little piece is going to rest right over this little piece right here. Just bring that up. And there is your chittering little pit droid all folded up. Now, the antennas did come packaged separately. If you want to have them removed to have, you know, the antennas inside the head while he's folded up, just pull them right out. They plug right in, really easy. Real quick, for comparison, here is the pit droid next to the battle droid from this line, folded up. So you can see these two EP boys side by side. And here they are standing next to each other side by side, and the battle droid is a good bit taller than the pit droid, which it should be, because the pit droid is about the size of a child. So it is a smaller class of droid, and a battle droid is about, what, 6'3", I think? So really great size comparison. I wish I had some astromechs with me today to show side by side with some of the remote control astromechs, but another really awesome addition to the Droid Factory line. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's review featuring the new Droid Factory Pit Droid from the Droid Depot at Galaxy's Edge. What did you think of this little guy right here? Is this a silly little guy that you need in your collection? I especially love how well this guy folds up. Kind of wish the articulation was a bit better in some places given the scale of this figure, but in terms of electronics, detail, of which I didn't really talk about a ton, the paint detail, just like on the rest of this line, is pretty good. The sound bites, there's a ton of them, and again, the fact that it folds up, I love that. And it folds up better than any other pit droid toy that I have in my collection. I would say the next best one is probably the Black Series, but this one's really awesome too. Shout out to my good friend and editor Dante for sending this in for us to review. You'll be getting this back very, very soon, my friend. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for more RebelScum.com video reviews. Like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and check the website daily for daily Star Wars fan content, whether that's news, reviews, or something else entirely. Check out CoolToyReview.com for all kinds of awesome non-Star Wars toy reviews, news, reviews, and more. Go to Rebel Scum Conventions with an S for your future Rebel ScumCon adventure. Year 2's coming up August 8th through the 10th, 2025 at the Frisco Conference Center. Go to Rebel Scum Conventions with an S, once again, to plan your next RSC journey. And last but not least, sign up for a free account on collectorsoracle.com today and start managing some of the toys and collectibles in your collection like a pro. Of the toy lines that we're tracking, it's entirely free to use. You can mark things in your collection, mark things you'd like to have in your collection, share those lists with friends, family, and social media alike. And once again, it's all absolutely free to use. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. I couldn't have said it better myself.